Greetings. It's time for episode 5. Welcome back, everyone, for another episode of Good Times News. I'm Chad, and once again, I'm happy you're here. I missed you since the last episode. And you might be asking right now, hey Chad, why the Triceratops costume? Well, friends, not only is it one of my favorite dinosaurs, but it's in line with the theme of today's show, all animals, all the time. That's right, it's an animal theme here today on Good Times News, so sit back and enjoy the ride, and we're going to jump right in. We're going to kick off what we do every time. That's with the Walk for Kids. We are less than 3 weeks away from April 25th's Walk for Kids, so let's jump into that leaderboard. As usual, though, we need some Walk for Kids leaderboard music. However, this week, Josie and the Little Green Frogs are not in the studio. Josie is on location and will be checking in with us later on where she's doing some hard-hitting reporting. That's right. But have no fear. In her place, we have the amazing woman who not only was her mentor in music, but is also her mother. She's come out of retirement for this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for a one-time only performance, Mel and the Little Red Wagons. Take it away, Mel. Thank you, Mel and the Little Red Wagons. I could see where Josie gets her array of talents, especially in the musical realm. So thank you for joining us, Mel. We hope to see you again, maybe a duet with Josie and Little Green Frogs in the future. But now, it's that Walk leaderboard. Here we go. And in theme, I'm going to give everyone on the leaderboard a potential animal name if they don't already have a camp nickname. That's right. Something that fits with them. And here we go. At number 5, sneaking into the top 5, stealthily out of nowhere, it's Parker the Panther Brockway. Welcome to the top 5, Parker. At number 4, boop, Monet the Mongoose Moss. Why mongoose? They're tenacious, just like Monet, who stay in the top 5 for a while now. Number 3, Andy the Aardvark Shapiro. Why an aardvark? It's fun. I like that name. I'm not going to say the same thing about Andy. That's right. Number 2, out of nowhere, Rachel Buglogian jumps into number 2 from last week, coming out of absolutely nowhere. Thanks for jumping in there, Rachel. Why Bug? Because that's already her camp name. Very convenient. And number 1, he continues to hold down the top spot from beginning to end so far in an appropriate camp name, if we give him one. Gordon the Goat Ho. Thank you for being the goat so far, holding down the top place from when we started this all the way right now. Can Gordon hold on? You'll have to stick around, tune back in to find out. But it's not too late for you. Go to walkforkids.org/camp to sign up today for the walk or to donate to any of these folks or other amazing folks who you know from camp who are also on there. Thank you to these top 5 walkers and to everyone who continues to raise funds. I want to see you all jump into the top 5 at some point. So thanks, folks. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to switch gears and go to a very quick edition of What's Happening Camp. I'm not joined by anyone in the studio this week. I'm just going to tell you, remind you of a few things that are going on at camp. Families, this one's for you. If you didn't know already, late last week we opened registration for summer camp. That's right. You can now register for summer camp at home, summer camp in a box. We talked all about it on last week's episode. Just go to the link below or check your email because I know Jazzy sent out a constant contact email last week. Go sign up today. Don't wait. We can't wait to see you. It's going to be an amazing summer experience with some fantastic changes in store. So a few exciting surprises as well. So families, act now. Volunteers, if you didn't know, sign-ups for family camp are open as well. We sent that out last week, and volunteers, if you haven't done so already, you can sign up today. So check your email. You'll have one from Shannon. Go sign up. We'd love to have you join us for either family camp or campamento. We have a wonderful weekend in store for our families, but it's only as great as the volunteers that show up. So we need you there. Sign up today. Thank you, families. Thank you, volunteers. And that's what's happening around camp. Speaking of what's happening at camp, we're going to turn our attention up to camp. We're going to go check in on that man who is as watchful as a wolf He's as wacky as a wallaby. He's as welcoming as a Westie Poo. He's a whale of a weatherman, Mark. Mark, how's the weather up at camp today?
Thanks, Chad. Mark here, your local GTN meteorologist with a quick weather update from camp. The last few weeks we had a couple snowy days, a couple rainy days, but now the last week or so we've had a couple nice sunny days where we've actually been able to get out, do some mowing, landscaping, yard work, the normal routine for us up here at camp. My weather predictions for the next few weeks, deep in my bones, I'm not feeling any more snow, but as the locals tell me up here, wait till Mother's Day. We always get snow before then, so we got some time. We might, we may not. If we do, I'll be sure to send some nice pictures of the snow for you. I hope everybody's doing great off the mountain. Stay safe, everybody. See you soon.
Thank you, Mark. It's always great to catch up with our wacky weatherman Mark up there on the mountain. Thanks for holding down the fort with Brian and Brad. We look forward to hopefully all of us getting up there sooner than later so we can see camp and you all in person again. But right now we're going to switch gears and tune in to one of our favorite segments here on Good Times News, Catching Up With, where we bring back some of your favorite camp folk and check in with them to see what's been going on in their lives since the last time we saw them at camp. Well, I'm happy to say our guests this week, they're out of hibernation. So I took a little trip and I had a chance to visit them in their den and catch up with two camp legends in person, but with a socially distant interview. That's right, Bear and Cubby. So here's my interview with Bear and Cubby. All right, hello everyone. We are here at Good Times News and we are on location in the Bear's Den. That's right, with a on-location interview with Cubby and Bear. That's right, Cubby and Bear. Gentlemen, my first question is a really important one. There have been rumors flying around for years of the nature of your relation. We've heard you might be son and father, you could be cousins, you could be long lost relatives who found each other in Disneyland. Could you once and for all clear up the nature of your relationship, how you are related, and if you aren't related, how you'd like to be related?
Well, Bear is my father.
What?
We're not related. We're not related at all. I'm actually related to Chad. Chad is my long-lost son.
Wait, what?
That means
He's your...
grandson?
Yes.
Wait, what's going on?
He's your grandson.
I'm Cubby's grandson, and oh
Yes.
my God.
Yes.
You heard it here.
Well, that definitely cleared things up, gentlemen.
Set the tone for the interview.
Okay, it's a little muddied. Okay, we'll continue on. Cubby, this question is for you.
Yes.
Anyone who's been to Adventure knows that Bear has his own tree named after him.
I do.
He has Bear's tree. Cubby, you don't have a tree. But thinking ahead, if you could have anything at camp named after you, what would you like to have named after you?
I think I would like the cubbies in the dining hall to be Cubby's Cubbies.
You heard it here first, folks. Cubbies, Cubbies. That's right, Cubbies, Cubbies. Brian, if you're watching this, can we get on that, please? Cubbies, Cubbies. That's a brilliant answer. I like that. Bear, this is to you. First of all, do you like having a tree named after you? Is there something you'd rather have named after you at camp?
I love having a tree named after me.
Okay, good.
The only other thing would be a chair.
Oh.
Then it'd be Bear's chair.
Bear's chair and Cubby's Cubbies.
Yes.
My God, folks. Welcome to the Bear's Den for this interview. Bear, we know in your time at camp you've made one or two monkey's fists and gopher's eye in your time. Do you have an approximation of how many maybe you've made in your entire camp career?
As documented in numerous T-shirts, so it must be true, by the age of 3, I had made 10,000 monkey's fists. I think that's
impressive.
the way it goes.
10,000 by the age of 3.
Yep. And since I made it up, it must be the truth because I'm an honest person.
Wow. And besides the 10,000, let's do a deep dive into your skill in the monkey's fist making. What is the smallest monkey's fist you've ever made, and what is the largest monkey's fist you've ever made?
Oh, boy. The smallest one is about like that, and the largest one is about like that.
What use was that largest one? What did you use that for?
Actually, no, I assisted with that one. That one was made by Sides, and it was made out of the light streamer stuff, and it was used as a decoration in a dance.
That's right.
I assisted. She did all the hard work. I just kind of gave technical advice and made sure there were no copyright laws were violated and no patents were pending.
Always have a lawyer present. If you take anything away from this interview, always have a lawyer present and a paramedic. Those two can get you out of pretty much any problem you get in. Actually, You're good people to be around. I like that. Okay. Gentlemen, it's been well over a year and a half since we've been able to go to camp and see each other in person. It's pretty sad, and we hate that. The reason we're doing this is so we can catch up with some people we miss. So what have you two been up to in that year and a half since we were at camp? Cubby, what have you been up to in a year and a half?
Well, there's been a whole lot of work,
Yeah.
but in the off time, I went to the Grand Canyon for the very first time in my life.
Ooh.
It's a very grand canyon.
Did you yell off of it, at the edge or anything?
No, just was able to kind of stand close to the edge and look.
You're like, that's big. All right, let's go home.
And I've been watching a lot of TV and catching up on series that I never saw before. And I actually saw a documentary about the Grand Canyon, all from my couch.
Wow. All right, Bear, this has just turned into an entertainment newscast. Can you recommend a show to all the kids and families out there? You know, what's something you've watched? You're like, this gets the Bear seal of approval.
Oh. Huh.
Putting him on the spot here, folks.
I know.
Yeah.
I like a lot of the Disney show stuff, and I take advice from Josie Edwards out there.
She's a tough critic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a big kick out of Ted Lasso.
Completely agree. I concur with that one. Great show. Guys, we're wrapping up this interview. Is there anything you'd like to say to the tens and tens of people watching at home? Those campers, those volunteers, those families who you haven't seen in a while. Anything you want to say before we wrap up?
We miss you, and don't give up hope on camp. Keep it in your heart, and hope to see you real soon.
Excellent. Bye, y'all. Thank you. Thank you again to Bear and Cubby. However, that was not the end of the interview. As I promised you, and as I mentioned earlier, Josie and the Little Green Frogs were on location at this interview as well. And Josie, being the hard-hitting reporter that she is, had a few questions for Bear and Cubby as well. So let's go to this extended interview in a deep dive with Josie, Bear, and Cubby. We're here with a follow-up interview from our hard-hitting reporter, Josie Edwards. Josie and the Little Green Frogs. Josie, what would you like to ask Cubby and Bear? Oh. Josie, what is one thing you do not like about Cubby and Bear? Oh, his underarm is smelly right now?
Sorry. What does a bear say?
Josie, what does a bear say? Ew. Josie, what does a bear say? Yeah. Thank you, Josie, for that hard-hitting interview with Cubby and Bear. And thank you again, Cubby and Bear. You know, that interview got me thinking about how many of our camp staff not only have nicknames like Cubby and Bear, but have nicknames that are related to animals, much like this episode. So I started thinking, I made a list, the best that I could, of some of our volunteers who have nicknames that are related in some way to an animal. So here we go. Did you realize just in the bear category alone, not only do we have Bear and Cubby, but we have a pirate bear, an Eliza bear, a girl bear, a little bear, a grizzly, a panda, and an honorary bear, Gummy. In the aquatic world, we have a tadpole, a guppy, a catfish, a trout, a tuna fish, a dolphin, a manta ray, a shark, and a shark bait. A fisher, a grubs, a plankton, a frogger, a lizard, an iguana, and a tortuga. But it doesn't stop there. We have a bug, an ant, a spidey, a bee, and a butterfly. Not only do we have a mama llama, a mama wolf, and a mama goose, but we have a regular goose and a moose. It's wild. In the fictional realm, We have a unicorn and a Nemo and a Simba, named after famous animals, that's for sure. Then we have a Batman, a sparrow, and a flying squirrel. We have a cat, a wild cat, and a kitty. Then we have a bunny, a fox, a badger, a critter, and an otter. We have a piglet, a tapir, a sheepdog, a mule, a pony, a wolf, and a monkey boy. Then we went down under with dingo, a kanga, and a roo. Those were just the ones that I could come up with the top of my head and just doing a quick little search. There are probably tons more from back in the day that I might have missed, and I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't do it on purpose. If I forgot a name that has to do with an animal, shoot it to me. We'll do an update. We'll keep a running list. So thank you to all those staff who had just listed, and all you crazy animals out there. We're getting towards the end of the show now, and it's time for that feel-good moment, and that's sort of what started this entire theme. I promised on last episode we'd do a pet parade, and that's what's going to happen right now. I appreciate all you folks out there who send in pictures or videos of you and your pets. So let's take a gander at episode 5, Pet Parade. Here we go. Thank you again to everyone who's sent in some wonderful photos and videos for our pet parade. That already just put me in a wonderful mood to start the week. So thanks again. As usual, we're going to close out the show now with the same thing I ask you every week. Continue to go out there and try. That's right, try. To treat everyone you come in contact with the same way you treat everyone you see at camp. And we'll continue to make the world a better place. So until next episode, be good to one another, be safe out there, and we love you. Bye, everyone.